Please get ready for dictation of part 2 of the English rendering of PM's address at the webinar for effective implementation of Union Budget in Power Sector. 5 seconds. Friends, to improve ease of doing business in power sector, government has also initiated a campaign to improve the regulatory and process framework. We have a different view of how the power sector was perceived earlier. All the reforms being done today are treating power as an independent sector in itself rather than considering it as a part of the energy industry. The power sector is often seen as a support system of the industrial sector, whereas electricity itself is important, and this importance is not merely due to industries. This is the reason that today so much attention is being given to the availability of electricity for the common people. The effect of the government's policies is that today India's power demand has reached a record level. We are engaged in removing the problems of power supply and distribution segment across the country. For this, necessary policy and regulatory framework related to DISCOMs are going to be made. We are working to reduce the entry barriers in the distribution sector and to make the distribution and supply of electricity license free. The plan is also being worked out by the government to help DISCOMs with infrastructure related to the upgradation of prepaid smart meters and feeder separation systems. Friends, solar energy costs are very low in India. Due to this, people are also adopting solar energy more easily. The PM Kusum scheme is enabling Annadata, our farmers, even become Urjadata energy providers. Through this scheme, the goal is to create 30 GW solar capacity by installing small power plants in the fields of the farmers. So far, we have installed around 4 GW rooftop solar energy, and about 2.5 GW will be added soon. In the next 1 year and a half, 40 GW of solar energy is targeted to be generated only by rooftop solar projects. Friends, in the days to come, we are going to further fuel the efforts to strengthen and improve the power sector. Your recommendations will further reinforce our efforts. Today, the power sector of the country is embarking on a new journey with new vigor. You too must become a partner in this journey. You lead it from the front. I am hopeful that this webinar today will conclude meaningfully with insights and recommendations contributed by the revered experts. I also trust that your valuable suggestions will consolidate our efforts in implementing the various announcements made in the Union budget. To bring out the budget, the entire team in the government has to put in a lot of efforts, observe various perspectives, and engage in consultation. In my opinion, indulging in such a humongous exercise soon after announcing the budget is certainly going to be highly beneficial and crucial to implementing the announcements. The time is now gone to spend in what ifs and conjectures on what could be, what could have been, or reflect on what would have been right. We have to expedite implementation and take up what is now ahead of us. We have started announcing the budget a month ahead. That means we have to step up economic progress a month in advance. The budget is implemented in April, and therefore we understand that with respect to infrastructure, this phase is extremely valuable. If we initiate a discussion then, we are bound to lose a month of our planning time. By May end, rainy season begins in our country, stalling all infrastructure related work for almost 3 months. If the work is initiated in April month itself, we get a lot of span across the quarter of April to June for infrastructure development. Thus, we are able to evade the challenges of the rainy quarter of July-September. To optimally utilize the time available for implementation, we preponed the budget by a month. The government is taking proactive measures for robust implementation and shall be a step ahead in providing support to all you stakeholders. Hence, you all should take the benefit. We invite you to come forward with concrete suggestions to implement the announcements made in the budget. My team will brainstorm with you in detail, and together we both will actuate the dreams of the nation hand in hand. With this, I extend my best wishes for the success of this webinar. May it be very successful and focused deliberation. Implementation, my focus area is implementation. Just reassert this. Many thanks. Stop.